Finally tonight, from moldy strawberries to Thanksgiving leftovers, food waste is a part of daily life in America. And according to the Environmental Protection Agency, it's responsible for about 8% of global greenhouse gas emissions.
Food waste is cooking the planet. Scientists say grocery stores, restaurants, and all of us at home contribute to the problem.
While households account for nearly half of food waste every year, retailers also contribute significantly. Aldi, a leading supermarket chain, is firm about their strategies to address this problem and assist communities in need. The thing is, Aldi thinks they have a good reputation in minimizing food waste, but the reality says otherwise. This is because the supermarket chain has been discovered discarding large amounts of perfectly edible food. Since the German supermarket chain launched its first store in Sydney in 2001, Aldi has successfully established its unique presence in the Australian supermarket industry, evolving into one of the more favored options through the years. In recent years, however, the company has faced criticism for the excessive amount of waste it creates. While the recent decision to ban plastic bags highlighted just how much plastic the chain uses when it comes to packaging items and produce, it seems their efforts to reduce food waste still have a long way to go. As stated on Aldi's website, every store has been connected to at least one food rescue partner since 2017. This indicates that, in principle, any leftover food that is expected to go unsold is given to several organizations like Food Bank. This initiative seeks not only to decrease food waste, but also to make sure that by collaborating with various charity and community organizations, the food reaches those who require it instead. Nonetheless, it appears that ALD is actually the one who has not been fully adhering to this action plan. In fact, there's a recent Facebook post where a netizen showcased her dumpster haul. She said that all of the things came from an Aldi dumpster. According to her, it was her first time checking what Aldi had tossed out in the bins. To her surprise, so much produce was awaiting her. She said there were bags that had one item in them that were bad, but the rest were perfectly fine. Some even did not have any bad parts at all. By that time, Aldi was also getting their delivery trucks, which meant they also had to remove old inventory to make room for new. She ended her post by saying that trying to find a job in this economy has been rough, so she's very thankful she was able to find free produce when the cost of everything has been so high. It appears that Aldi's reputation for throwing away perfectly edible food is quite recognized among freegans, a term for individuals who frequently opt to live off discarded items like these. In fact, a quick look at the dumpster diving group on Reddit reveals that Aldi is a popular spot to visit because of the large quantity of food they throw out. As noted by several reports online, certain supermarkets have been reported to pour bleach into their bins to stop individuals from taking any of the discarded produce, making this waste even more shocking. Certainly, some might argue that Aldi's choices regarding food disposal are unclear. But the reality is that action is necessary to address the volume of food wasted by supermarkets. Although Aldi's commitment to donate any surplus or unsold food to organizations like Food Bank is certainly commendable, it seems that the policy might require some adjustments, or, at the very least, a reconsideration to guarantee that this amount of food does not get to the stage where it must be thrown out. Now that we know what Aldi does with its unsold food at night comes into light, one might ask, how are they still able to make profit? Well, there are several reasons. They get meat from local farms. You'll discover that meat costs less at Aldi compared to other stores because they usually buy meat from local farms. Purchasing locally often results in the business spending less on product transportation. As a result, this leads to reduced expenses for clients. Another reason is that they offer a limited range, resulting in smaller shops. Did you know that Aldi provides only a range of 900 essential items? Because they lack national brands, they have fewer items to stock and display in the store. This simply means that having smaller shops compared to the majority of other grocery stores leads to reduced rental costs. Additionally, Aldi has fewer workers. Aldi generally functions with fewer employees than numerous other grocery stores as a part of its cost-effective business strategy. The store optimizes its operations by providing a smaller selection of mostly private label items, which reduces the need for extensive stocking and inventory management. Stores are structured for efficiency, with products displayed in their original shipping boxes to make restocking quicker. Aldi employees, on the other hand, are trained to perform multiple tasks, like cashiering, stocking, and cleaning, reducing the need for a bigger workforce. Moreover, shoppers pack their own groceries, which further lessens the burden on employees. This streamlined staffing approach enables Aldi to keep costs low and maintain competitive prices. And lastly, they have shortened hours. While other grocery stores operate for 12, 18, or even 24 hours daily, the majority of Aldi stores are only open for 11 hours or fewer. This enables the chain to cut down on salaries and lower operational expenses. Indeed, Aldi has made a name for itself in the grocery industry, thanks to its low prices and weekly deals. But have you ever wondered where Aldi sources its food from? Well, Aldi sources its products both domestically and from abroad. Aldi products come from various countries, including China, the UK, and Germany. To distinguish between US-made and imported products, Aldi follows US labeling requirements. Products made outside the US clearly state their country of origin on the packaging, while US-made products typically don't have such labels. However, US products may still contain components from other countries. At the same time, certain Aldi items may come from just a short distance away from you. When it comes to meats and produce, it's likely that Aldi is getting supplies from nearby farmers in your region. Aldi's website states that it partners with leading growers across the US, including regional producers. Locally grown produce typically costs less than that transported from other places. Additionally, it reduces the time taken before it gets to your shopping cart. Likewise, Aldi collaborates with local producers for its meat, too. By sourcing from local suppliers, Aldi reduces transportation costs for meat, ensuring that meat products remain affordable for customers. While these strategies of Aldi are quite commendable, this doesn't erase the fact that they contribute to a large amount of food waste in the country. If they can do all these things, then why can't they do the same in terms of food waste management? Right? Unlike Costco, on the other hand, has discovered several innovative methods to prevent excess food from ending up in landfills and to utilize it effectively. Initially, the firm sends excess produce to farms, where it is transformed into healthy feed for animals. In addition, Costco collaborates with food banks and various organizations to guarantee that consumable food gets to individuals who need it. Costco's collaboration with the Greater Vancouver Food Bank, or GVFB, shows the advantages of this program, as it contributes both food and financial support. A huge help in aiding the GVFB's mission to supply sustenance to many individuals in need. Other major grocery stores and retailers, including Kroger and Walmart, also donate large amounts of food to food banks and pantries. These retailers contribute items that are usually packaged, edible, and safe for eating, but are not fit for sale because of quality issues, like tiny defects. Just a few months ago, a TikTok user went viral for revealing her unusual way of getting large quantities of unsold fruit from Costco. This time, in her post, she mentions that she is able to gather as many as 12 bins of unsold fruit weekly. You might be curious how she gets her hands on them. Well, she says that she retrieves it after the store discards excess or expired items. She clarifies that the fruit, although overripe, is still good to consume and can be even used for multiple purposes, like juicing or preparing smoothies. Some viewers commend her for decreasing food waste, While on some serious note, it also brings up worries regarding the management of unsold goods by large retailers. This leaves us thinking if there are more actions that could be taken to minimize food waste, like donating unsold items to those in need, rather than just throwing them away. In the United States, we throw away around 60 million tons of food each year, leading to hundreds of billions in economic losses. This signifies that the U.S. wastes enough food to amount to 130 billion meals. That, if only preserved and properly allocated, could feed lots of starving people around the world. Do you know how much food is wasted in grocery stores exactly? Supermarkets and retailers end up discarding about 30% of their food. Here are several key reasons why they rank among the largest contributors to this worldwide problem. The first is storage. A major cause of food waste in grocery stores is poor storage conditions. Certain poor storage methods can increase food spoilage, including lack of stock rotation, improper allocation of space, excessive evaporation, cross-contamination, and mismanagement of the cold chain. Expiration dates, poor inventory, and stock management additionally add to the issue. What actions can be taken to minimize food waste in grocery stores? Certainly, contributing to food banks and organizations is the solution. In the United States, there are at least 371 food banks. Giving excess food to these organizations is an excellent method for grocery stores to reduce food waste. Nonetheless, only non-expired food is eligible for donations. Thus, for this to be effective, grocery stores must have accurate predictions regarding supply-demand imbalances way before the expiration date. However, there is still much to be done to establish a smooth transfer of excess food from supermarkets to food banks. For instance, in 2021, the United States produced 91 million tons of surplus food, and although 80% of this food was consumable, merely 2% was contributed. Nonetheless, some stores, such as Kroger, continue to make progress by regularly donating to food banks and local communities. Kroger has committed to providing 3 billion meals by 2025, highlighting the possible effects of these efforts. Additionally, the European Food Banks Federation is urging companies to participate in the Food No Waste Challenge. Partnerships with local restaurants, innovative food waste applications, and cookbooks are some of the initiatives introduced to guarantee excess food ends up to those who need it the most. Another solution could be embracing food technology. Utilizing technology effectively can greatly assist grocery stores in controlling food waste. Food technology aids in minimizing food waste due to expiration date limits. Tracking technology for expiration dates can now monitor and alert about products nearing their expiration. This allows retailers to actively reduce prices and sell these products before they spoil. Instances such as the wasteless dynamic pricing model and the Too Good To Go application help connect consumers with excess food offered at discounted prices. This technology is also capable of recognizing waste trends. Supermarkets hold extensive data that can assist them predict demand and order the right amount of food when evaluated effectively. For instance, Walmart's Intelligent Retail Lab enables the store to enhance inventory levels and accurately address consumer preferences. Utilizing shopping data and artificial intelligence, grocery stores can predict demand, minimize waste, and guarantee that items are in stock at the appropriate time and location. Educating employees on food waste in grocery stores can be highly beneficial as well. Damage to food and packaging often happens during transportation and storage. However, proper training and raising awareness among employees can make all the difference. For instance, addressing minor mistakes, such as stacking heavy goods on fragile fruits or breaking the cold chain, can greatly reduce these problems. This is particularly applicable to large grocery stores and supermarkets, where technology can be complex and small errors may lead to significant losses. By offering comprehensive training to employees, supermarkets can greatly minimize food waste. For instance, Metro Cash in Germany educates its employees on every aspect of hygiene, food safety, and sustainable resource management. Ultimately, food waste can be reduced at multiple stages in the supply chain. However, to achieve this, grocery stores must work together with lawmakers, nonprofits, farmers, food manufacturers, and business owners. There are several methods supermarkets can partner with various stakeholders to minimize food waste, primarily to work together with lawmakers. Today, in the New York State region, the Excess Food Act mandates that supermarkets larger than 10,000 square feet must give away all their excess food to food banks and various charities. Several other states have enacted laws regarding grocery stores to limit food waste generated at the retail level. The following step is to change inefficient store practices. Some conventional supermarket strategies that contribute to food waste include high cosmetic standards. To address this issue, grocery stores can offer these products at lower prices, minimizing waste and giving customers budget-friendly choices. Misleading expiration product labeling is also included. Retailers can support standardized labeling and replace unclear best buy dates with more precise terms such as best if used by or sell by. Meanwhile, grocery stores usually aim to ensure all their displays are full for shoppers. However, in reality, stacking causes more damaged goods. Through the use of strategic product displays, supermarkets can enhance shelf life, resulting in significant cost savings and fresher produce. An alternative solution is to collaborate with farmers. Did you know that approximately 7% of food waste happens in the fields as unharvested crops? Retailers can greatly minimize agricultural food waste by collaborating with farmers and providing them with forecast information. This may enhance production, prevent overplanting, boost efficiency, and increase product quality. Additionally, partnering with agri-tech startups enables large retailers to assist smallholder farmers in reducing waste, enhancing productivity, and achieving improved market access. Apart from teaming up with farmers, retailers could also partner with consumers. As a food retailer, you can take on a proactive approach in informing consumers about reducing food waste at home. You can provide inspiration, advice, and useful tips to empower customers to make a positive change. For instance, you can start a free food magazine that offers tips on minimizing waste and recipes for repurposing leftovers. Work alongside chefs who can show how to use leftover ingredients. Hold events that highlight dishes made from discarded food. Or introduce waste-less campaigns to encourage consumer involvement. In conclusion, managing food waste has been a huge problem, not only in the U.S., but also in other parts of the world. For some, food waste might just mean that there's food that is wasted. But in reality, it has many consequences to the economy, environment, as well as social well-being. And while it's non-debatable that food retailers and providers contribute largely to food waste, ordinary households also do. Thus, we should not be really pointing our hands as to who is the culprit here, because we are all involved in this.